Hi, everybody. It is 7 p.m. at the Playhouse, and the giving continues here on Erie Gives. Kate, look at this.
We are so close to yet another milestone. We need $25 more to get to $34,000. Right now, we're at $33,975, very close. So one person can make the difference, can put us right over into $34,000 land. So please let that be you. Please donate by going to eriegives.org or by calling 814-454-0843.
And in the meantime, we will wait for that 20.
We're not.
No, we will not wait. We have a really exciting performance coming up in just a minute from Guys and Dolls. But before we get to that, we want to talk a little bit about a first-time event that actually, it's first time, but it goes back to an old Playhouse tradition from long ago, many, many years ago, something called Playhouse Week, which we have kind of reimagined and revamped. It's an entire week of events and different ways to celebrate the Erie Playhouse. So I believe we have the complete lineup to show you here. Kate, you want to talk through some of these with me?
All right, so we mentioned before in the previous hour that on Sunday, August 18th, we are going to be putting on a cabaret. It's called Miscast at Room 33 with a wonderful group of performers singing songs that they would never normally sing in roles in which they would never be cast. So we're very grateful to Devin Yates and Kyle Philbeck for putting that together, and also very grateful to Room 33 for hosting us. There's going to be a specialty cocktail that night along with a full menu available for purchase.
Yes, and if you want to get tickets, too bad, because unfortunately that event is sold out, which we're very excited to have a sold out event, and folks will have a really great time, a really awesome lineup of performers for Miscast.
Our next event on August 19th on a Monday, it's not an actual event. We are having a secret sale in the box office that day. What it is, we cannot say at the moment, but we'll be revealing those details soon.
That's the secret part.
That's the secret part. It's a secret sale. You have to just stay tuned. And then on Tuesday, we have an event at 8 Great Tuesdays. We're going to be putting together a group. All you have to do is show up at, I believe it's the Liberty Park.
That's right.
And we'll have a group that will be enjoying the music that night. I believe there is an AC/DC cover band, amongst other things.
So really just a great night for the Playhouse community to get together, to have some fun. No cost to go to 8 Great Tuesdays, such an awesome event in Erie, and so we're kind of piggybacking on that, and hopefully some Playhouse folks will gather and enjoy that event together.
Then on Wednesday night, we have a trivia night at Calamari's, and I mentioned before that it is hosted by the one and only Ken Falkenhagen. So if you have not gotten your team together, you can still do so. We have recently posted signups on our website, on our Facebook page, and on our Facebook event page. Teams can be no more than 4 people, so please go ahead online and sign up for a slot. Slots are limited, and again, we're going to be holding that event at Calamari's, so we'll be able to enjoy the food and drink there as well.
And there are prizes for the winning teams, so an awesome event to check out. Then on Thursday, an event that we're really excited about, it's called Playhouse Icons. It'll happen right here on the Playhouse stage at 5:30 on Thursday, featuring a couple of Playhouse icons sharing their stories from their times at the Playhouse. It'll be a conversation moderated by Almy Clerkin, former executive director, along with her husband Sean Clerkin, a longtime Playhouse performer. And the guests that evening will be Monsignor Tom McSweeney, who's performed in many, many Playhouse shows over the years. And then, very excited, Judy Matthews, the former First Lady of the Erie Playhouse, will be one of the guests as well. So we're looking forward to many stories from over the years at the Playhouse. That's called Playhouse Icons, and that'll be on the Thursday during Playhouse Week.
And then to almost wrap up the week, because we're not done yet, on Friday, we are having a very special Scallywags cruise with people from the Erie Playhouse community, and guess what? It's also sold out. So if you missed this one, don't fret. We do intend to have more events like this in the future, but we are very excited to go down to the Bayfront and take a ride on the Scallywag for a special wobbly pirate cruise.
Yeah, I'm sad I didn't get tickets to that one. On Saturday of Playhouse Week, we will gather at Frontier Park for a Playhouse family potluck hosted by the Erie Playhouse Wing. That starts at 5:30, and at 6:30, the Showstoppers will be performing at the amphitheater at Frontier Park as well. So all of those events, of course, leading up to the big event, the launch party on Sunday, August 25th, where we announce the 2025 season. You already know it'll kick off with Waitress, but there's a lot of other great stuff coming up in 2025 as well, to be revealed at the launch party on August 25th. Kate, you want to talk a little bit about the launch party this year?
It is being put together once again by our beloved Terry Marshall. She has been planning for weeks, and let me say, she has, I think, outdone herself this year with what she has planned. We are going to be enjoying appetizers at 5 Iron Golf right down the street on the corner. Before the show begins, we'll have appetizers and drinks there, and then we'll have the show. I believe it's at 7:15. And following the end of the show, we'll go back over to 5 Iron to enjoy some desserts that have a very special theming. They are all themed around the new shows of the 2025 season. So that's all been planned by Terry Marshall, and of course we're going to have some performances from, I think Richard said about 50 Playhouse performers to debut the new season and all the new shows that are coming your way.
And of course, season tickets will be on sale, and you can start renewing your season tickets for 2025 at the launch party as well. So, quick update, I'm not texting my mom, although she probably would prefer that I shoot her a text. I will. But I'm looking at an update because we have one for you. We have seen an increase. We've crossed that $34,000 mark. We're at $34,225 raised, and that's from 207 gifts. So again, I just want to say how much those individual gifts really make a huge difference. Whether you're giving $25, $500, whatever is within your means to give, we greatly appreciate your support. So thanks to those 207 gifts so far, $34,225 raised so far. And again, you can give by phone by calling 814-454-0843 before 8 p.m. or online before midnight at eriegives.org. Now, as we're talking, a duo of performers is anxiously waiting. So, Kate, why don't you introduce them?
We have, from our production of Guys and Dolls, 2 performers here tonight to do a reprise of their song that they performed in the show. So please help me welcome Casey Conrad Medvis and Joel Natali singing Guys and Dolls.
What's playing at the Roxy? I'll tell you what's playing at the Roxy. A picture about a Minnesota man so in love with Mississippi girl that he sacrifices everything and moves all the way to Biloxi. That's what's playing at the Roxy.
What's in the daily news? I'll tell you what's in the daily news. Story about a guy who bought his wife a small ruby with what otherwise would have been his union dues. That's what's in the daily news.
What's happening all over? I'll tell you what's happening all over. Guy sitting home in front of a television set who once used to be something of a rover.
That's what's happening all over. Love is the thing that has licked them, and it looks like Nathan's just another victim.
Yes, sir. When you see a guy reach for stars in the sky, you can bet that he's doing it for some doll.
When you spot a John waiting out in the rain, chances are he's insane, as only a John can be for a Jane.
When you see a gent paying all kinds of rent for a flat that could flatten the Taj Mahal.
Call it sad, call it funny, but it's better than even money that the guy's only doing it for some dough. When you see a Joe saving half of his dough, you can bet they'll be minking it for some dough.
When a bum buys wine like a bum can't afford, it's a cinch that the bum is under the thumb of some little broad.
When you meet a mug lately out of a jug, and he's still lifting platinum 40-roll, call it hell, call it heaven, it's a probable 12-7 that the guy's only doing it for some dough. You know, it's too bad that a smart businessman like Nathan has to fall in love with his own fiancée.
Betty, we should be tolerant, for I am told this is a worldwide weakness.
When you see a sport and his cash has run short, make a bet that he's banking it with some dough.
When a guy wears tails with the front gleaming white, who the the hell do you think he's tickling pink on Saturday night?
When the lazy slob takes a good steady job and he smells from Vitalis and Barbasol. Call it dumb, call it clever, but you can give odds forever that the guy's only doing it for some dough. Some dough. The guy's only doing it for some dough.
All right, nice job, guys. All right, and thanks to Devin Yates as well, our accompanist. Just want to say how awesome it is to hear you guys do that one again. It was such a great run of that show, and it's awesome to have you come back. Without, when a show ends, you tend to kind of put it out of your head. So it's nice to know that it's still in there.
The hours that Joel spent to remember those words again.
Well, Joel, I did want to ask you, because this was actually your very first Erie Playhouse show.
Yeah, after 40 years of not being on like a stage like this since college, it was an absolute joy and amazing to be a part of it.
Yeah. Well, it was such a joy. I was on crew for the show, and you also sang "Sit Down, You're Rockin' the Boat," and to watch you from the wings every night, just such a great song and really well done. You certainly would not expect that it was your first time on the Playhouse stage, so
Thank you.
really well done for sure.
And Casey got some very exciting news this week. He has recently been cast as Cogsworth in Beauty and the Beast, coming to our stage in
So
December. Casey, can you just talk a little bit about what you're looking forward to with that production?
That is one of my favorite shows of all time. It's my favorite Disney movie, and it's actually the first show I ever did in my life in 9th grade. I was a menu when Lumiere said, "Unfold your menu." That was me in a trifold poster board. So I'm super excited to get the chance to play Cogsworth. I know that it's going to be a fantastic production. There's so many great people in it. I can't wait.
And I'm looking forward to seeing you paired up against Jared Lossy,
Woo!
husband of Nicole back there. Playing Lumiere, you two together are going to be just amazing. Can't wait.
So thanks again, gentlemen. Very well done. Happy to say that we have now gone up to $34,300, so that number continues to go up. Again, if you're planning on making a donation by phone, you only have until 8 p.m. to do that, and it is 12 after 7 right now, so the clock is ticking on that. Online donations are open until midnight at eriegives.org, so if you miss the phone deadline, you do still have time to give at eriegives.org. We will be back at 8 o'clock.
8 p.m. for our final slot of the night.
Yeah, so we will wrap things up then. And of course, the giving continues till midnight, but we will be back at 8 o'clock to wrap things up. So join us once again from the Erie Playhouse. Thank you.